This is 5.5b, and it's more examples using synthetic division. Let's look at the instructions on 13. 13, it says, a polynomial and a factor of f are given. Factor f completely. So, let's go ahead and set this up using synthetic division. The cube term is 1 coefficient, and then square term is -3, -16, and then -12. I'm going to flip the sign on my factor, so I'm going to divide by +6. Okay, bring it down, multiply, add, multiply, add, and multiply, 0. No remainder on this. So, this was to begin with, the 1 stood for the cubic term. So this one will now stand for one below that, the square term. So it's 1x squared plus 3x plus 2. And then my other factor, my original factor up here, was the x minus 6. Okay. This is not factored completely because I can factor this. This is this term right here is a quadratic, isn't it? So I could either use the quadratic formula, or I could go ahead and just factor it with my parentheses, because it is an easy one to factor. So x and x, what can I multiply together to get 2, but add together to get 3? Plus 2 plus 1. So that's completely factored. If I needed to check that, I could take 2, multiply them together, multiply by the third, and I should come back to have the original problem. So, let's look at number 21. On 21, it says a polynomial f and one zero of f are given. Find the other zeros. Remember, the zeros are the solutions to these. So back here on number 13, if it asked me to find the zeros, I would say x minus 6 equals 0, x plus 2 equals 0, x plus 1 equals 0, and then solve each one of these. So 1 0 is 6, 1 0 is -2, and 1 0 is -1. If you graph this on your calculator, these are the spots where the curve should cross the x-axis. Okay, so 21. Okay, setting up using synthetic division. 2 for my x cubed term, 3 for my x squared term, -39 for my x term, and -20. I'm going to divide by 4 this time. I don't have to flip the sign because they gave it to me as already as a 0, not an x minus 4. So bring it down to multiply 8, 19, 11, 44, 5, 20, 0. So this is 4x. Okay, now I'm going to flip to get back in a factor form. So x minus 4. This used to be a cubic term, so now it's a square term. 2x squared plus 11x plus 5. Alright, x minus 4. And I need to refactor this. So the only way to get 2x squared is 2x and x. Let's see if I put my 5 here and my 1 here. I think I have it. So where are my factors now? Where's my zeros? These are my factors. Where are my zeros? I need to set them all equal to 0. So 1 0 would be +4. Subtract the 1, divide by the 2, so -1/2. And then -5. That would be my 3 zeros for that polynomial.